Mobile Delegates. I'm Ashley Esqueda, and it's time for your Mobile Nation's Monday Brief, where I bring you the best of Blackberry, the iPhone blog, Android Central, Windows Phone Central, and Pre-Central. There's a lot happening this past week, so let's get into it. Android Nation, it is just about that time. Android Christmas is upon us. So as I reported last week, Samsung and Google postponed the unveiling of their very first ice cream sandwich device, which looks to be called the Galaxy Nexus. And they did it because of Steve Jobs' passing. Well, they have now rescheduled that event. It is happening in Hong Kong on Wednesday the 19th. That's actually Tuesday night, the 18th for us here in North America. So we are gonna get a taste of ice cream sandwich sooner rather than later. It is imminent. And in other news for Android, Andy Rubin actually posted a very delightful video of the ice cream sandwich statue arriving at the Googleplex. Really exciting stuff, and I will have all the details for you next week on the Galaxy Nexus and ice cream sandwich. The iPhone blog had some very exciting news this past week. iOS 5 launched, as well as the iPhone 4S. Yes, Siri is out and in the world. It's like Skynet. It wasn't all fun and games, unfortunately, for Apple, as the iOS 5 launch didn't quite go as smoothly as the iPhone 4S launch. Under the crushing masses of people trying to download iOS 5 for their devices, a lot of users experienced frustratingly long wait times, and some even had their devices wiped. So, little shaky on the whole iCloud launch and iOS 5. So yikes on that. But like I said, the iPhone 4S launch went very well and smoothly. So I am now expecting that the iPhone 5 rumors start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kevin and the rest of the Blackberry Nation were experiencing some serious withdrawals this last week when the BIS network went down pretty much around the globe. Meaning people did not have access to BBM or their emails or surfing the internet, which seem to be the three things you tend to do when using your Blackberry. So it was sort of an important outage. A lot of people were affected by it, and I did in fact see a lot of tweets saying that people were going to leave Blackberry for good and head over to the new BBM like iMessage on the iPhone and Android when the Galaxy Nexus comes out. So I'm really hoping that Blackberry can recover. Now, there were also a lot of tweets by people saying they wanted to drive up to Waterloo and kick the co-CEOs of RIM in the throat. So fortunately for us, one of them, MLaz, our very own Mike L., he went on the internet and made a very heartfelt apology to the users of Blackberries.
For those of you affected, I know this is very frustrating. We're doing everything in our power to restore regular service levels, and we're working tirelessly to restore your trust in us.
Let me let you know a little secret there, Mike. People do not like it when their Blackberries stop working, so apologize all you want. Not working. Over in the land of Pre-Central, Derek and the gang have been keeping a very close watch on newly minted Hewlett-Packard CEO Meg Whitman, who has been saying that ever since Leo Apotheker's ouster a couple months ago, that she would look very closely at the decisions that had been made regarding the Personal Systems Group spinoff and the future of WebOS. Good old Leo forgot to take Economy 101, and there's a concept within that called economies of scale, meaning that it is much cheaper for Hewlett-Packard to buy chips and other parts in bulk as opposed to having two separate companies buying lesser amounts, therefore driving up prices in their contracts. So what does that mean for WebOS? Well, it means that if Meg is willing to re-look at the decision to spin off PSG, she might also be willing to look again and reverse the decision to stop making hardware for WebOS. So fingers crossed, everybody. If there is a one thing I love, it's homebrew communities. One of my favorite places to hang out when I had a Palm Pre was the homebrew community on Pre-Central. So it is with great pleasure that I tell you a little bit about Chevron Windows Phone 7 Labs, which is a really cool homebrew effort being put together by some guys whose goal is to allow hobbyist developers to install, run, and debug unsigned applications on their personal Windows phone. So basically, it's a great way for a non-developer or maybe a part-time developer to use some of the tools and advanced options that Windows Phone 7 offers without ponying up the $99 developer fee. The official launch should be in a few weeks, so definitely keep your eye on Windows Phone Central for all the details. Well, that's it for your Mobile Nations Monday Brief. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/mobilenations. Check out our podcasts at mobilenations.com/shows, and you can follow me on Twitter at Ashley Esqueda. Nations, you have been briefed.